So once you've played around a little bit, you might find you want to start making some shapes. So let's draw the code to make a square. So ob.lt90, and then let's copy this, and let's run it. And I should end up with a square. Now, that's good, but it's kind of a pain. I have to copy and paste. If I want to do an octagon, it would be 8 times. So let's take and wrap this in what's called a loop. So for a loop, we need 3 things. The first thing we need is a counter to keep track of things. We're going to start that counter at 0. We need a while statement, and that's going to have our endpoint. And because we're doing a square, we want to go 4 times, so we'll count as less than 4. And then I have a colon, and basically anything that's tabbed in after this is going to be what's repeated. So really, I just need to take these the 2 lines of going forward and turning, and tab those in. So now, bring the font size up some. So now our turtle can go forward and left turn. Now, if I run this code now, we're going to see one problem. And that is our turtle walks around forever because count is never changing. So we have to add one more statement. We're going to say count is equal to count plus 1. So that's saying take whatever was in count and add 1 to it. So the first time around, count was 0. We add 1. 1 is still less than 4. We go forward, return. Our count is now 3. In fact, let's print count. So now it walks through. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Because 4 is equal to 4, it doesn't do the last thing. So we end up with exactly 1 square. Now, we can make this do something like an octagon really easily. So I'm going to take all my code. I'm just going to copy it and paste it. And let's try to do octagon. So that's going to be 8. And the turns are 45 degrees. And maybe we'll make it smaller. So it's going to draw a square. It's going to draw an octagon. And if I take and scroll up a bit, we have an octagon. Same amount of code to do more. So no matter how many times, it's the same amount of code. Play around with this, make some new loops, get used to it. And then we're going to do one further thing in the next video where we're going to start messing with loops and make them a little more complicated.